much you need, tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. It burst off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me. Switch up and hop at it. Rep for your bro, when you're supposed to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
319. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. 50. 58.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Rodgers to throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
35 to Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meeting.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Rodgers now to throw. Setting up the screen for West. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
18. Lock in.
Now on 2nd and 16. Trubisky, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back? Upfield. I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Second and 6. At the 29.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Trubisky will throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, a run with Cohen. A beautiful fake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 43 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shift. Hey, check 24.
Working from the gun. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got Sanu. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. To throw is Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check, 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 59, Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Kill.
This one left side caught by Patterson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Davis now to return it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Inside. Live. Check.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action.
Going the other way.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal.
And Crosby puts it through. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky. Evans has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
35's the mic. 3 bud, 3 bud, 3 bud.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Check. Crunch. 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 Wide. Get wide. Switch.
They try again with Cohen, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. They go play action here on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Four yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
I got you.
This time, Trubisky will throw. The catch made by Miller. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check. I got you.
On first down, it's Montgomery, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home. Shoot. Check 30 seconds.
Trubisky keeps it himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the sneak from a yard out as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Eddie Goldman. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return is Cohen. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time Montgomery. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come up on a first and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Hey, alert. Mike 51. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This is Cohen. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, it's Cohen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Hey, 18. Motion. 53.
On first down, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Completion left side to Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Rodgers now to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He's back to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check, check. Come on, dude. Switch. Check. Flag down.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Like challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better